So one thing I want to take like real serious and real like that's important to me being fathers because I believe like everybody on this couch is fathers, right? That I think there's a stigma going around with autism, and I feel like autism is not really being spoken upon in the Black community. I feel like some people are ashamed. Some parents are insecure about it. They don't want to be vocal about it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think when you think about the word autistic, for me personally, and this goes to, I'm not going to speak for nobody on the couch. I'm just speaking for me right now. When I think of the word autistic, I think of art. I think of creative. I think of different. I think of, you see the world in the way that some humans don't see it. Or don't want to see it. And don't want to see it. And I think that some of us, sometimes, like me personally, I feel like the reason why I won't subscribe to certain trends, because I feel like it's uniform like. And when I see uniform like, I mean like everybody doing the same thing and everybody conforming to the same thing. And I feel like autistic people are forced to not see the world the same as everybody else, which would be granted to give a different perspective, a different outlook, a different view. So when I see an autistic kid, yeah, they may be a little bit different, but when you put them in front of, say, a puzzle, you put them in front of a map, or you put them in front of something that's maybe a little bit different or hard for us, will be extremely easy for them. And because they're not as verbal as us, because they can't articulate themselves, or because the way we may move in a general sense, and they may move different, we may look at them as like, they have a disability. And I feel like that's the problem also, because my daughter, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and she's autistic, and she's nonverbal. And it's like, I don't look at her different from nothing. Like, a lot of people struggle with the fact of their kid being autistic, like it's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. Things happen. But I think that's where it come from. If they don't got a strong support system, it's easy to stray away from that shit. And also, I think it's like, it'd be the fact that a lot of people don't want to explain to other people why my child is acting the way my child is acting. Because, you know, say all of us can have kids. Say all y'all kids can be regular, not on the spectrum, whatever it is. Right. And my daughter's on the spectrum. And y'all kids is regular. They doing regular things. You know, kids are innocent. They'll probably ask questions. Why she's not talking? Why she's not doing this? Why she's not doing that? Why is her hands flapping? There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and a lot of people don't know it. And a lot of grown-ups just don't be wanting to explain because they feel like something is wrong with it. No. I don't, like, a lot of people didn't know that my daughter was autistic. I post my daughter all the time. Autistic doesn't have a look. No, it don't. You know what I mean? So they like, oh, I didn't know your daughter was autistic. Like, you wouldn't know because you don't know my child. I know my child. I know what goes on with my child. A lot of people were scared to admit, oh yeah, my daughter's autistic. Like, yo, there's nothing wrong with a child being on the spectrum or autistic or anything. You're not gonna love your child no less. And that's the thing that be killing me a lot with certain people. They be like, oh yeah, I didn't know your daughter's autistic. Like, yeah, she's autistic. She's still a human. She's healthy. She's okay. That's still my child. I'm not gonna love her no less. She's very smart. She's loving. That's my child at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Word. Like, a lot of people be scared to admit and stuff like that. You don't ever have to be scared to admit it's your kid. Things happen. You don't know why your child is autistic. There's no reason behind your child being autistic. Things just happen. Yeah. People just gotta face up to it. Like, my boy Dale, his son was autistic. Me and him always just talk about it. Always talk about it. My daughter, years later, she's autistic. Now it's like the same thing. I speak to him about it. She's nonverbal.
oh, she can wind up talking again. If she doesn't talk, I'm still gonna be okay with it.
That's the funny shit. Like you said, she can't. Word.
You just not so powerful, right?
Nah, that ass.
So I would say this, and the reason why I commend you for speaking on that, and
what y'all did. So it's like
no, and I love that. So one thing that I do know that, so I remember like me having my daughter, and me coming from a background, I don't know my parents. I don't know my real parents. I'm adopted, and I take friendship very serious. I take having kids very serious, and me having my child, I always felt like just the shit that I had to go through, like all the medication. They had me on Ritalin as a kid. And I remember when I ended up going to the group home, they ended up telling my adopted mom's like, yo, this kid don't fucking need Ritalin. This nigga need a gym. This nigga need to be like active. Because I was just like all over the place. But I'm scoring like a 98 on my reading test. I'm scoring a 99 on my reading test. I was always afraid to have a kid because I felt like I know what I had to go through. And I know like my child would have my DNA. I was always afraid of like, damn, like they try to put me on medication. Like niggas, and like I was highly smart. But I remember like what I had to go through, and I didn't want my daughter to go through that.
The same thing.
So she goes to her daycare center, and the first thing they say is like, oh, yeah, I think y'all need to get your child evaluated. She's like 18 months. I think you usually get her evaluated. They kicked her out of daycare. That really fucked them. Yo, they kicked her out of daycare, and like, yo, we cannot like subscribe to this. Whatever they said, they just did not want to deal with my daughter anymore. Me and her mother end up going to like get a therapist. We end up doing like the early intervention.
Yeah, get it back.
This is like at 18 months. I will always give credit to Miss Pearly because Miss Pearly, as my daughter turned 3, she's like, she's ready for school. My daughter had 3 therapists every fucking morning. From like 18 months to the time she was about to turn 3. By the time she was walking into 3K, I swear to God, they was in love with my child. Right now, my daughter's in a fucking Ivy Prep charter school. And if I was to tell people that my daughter was on like the spectrum of like autism, they would think that I'm crazy.
And a lot of the shit, the also thing, and I'm not about to say shit.
Okay.
But also, the thing is, a lot of people don't know it's services out there that help. Yeah, like you always evaluate things like they'll say, oh, my daughter autistic, and just leave it. No, it's programs, it's places you can go that'll help you with everything. That'll help you with speech. That'll help you with any and everything that you can deal with. People just get it and give up. And a lot of people do that for a check.
Facts.
Yeah. A lot of people do that for a check instead of
helping.
Right. And like, let me watch a check.
Yes. I'm gonna give you one thing. One time I walked in the crib, bro, I kid you not, Miss Pearly was like reading to my daughter, and my daughter was eating like breakfast. And I had to walk outside to come back in the crib. Like, damn, Lori over here eating breakfast with no problem. Miss Pearly. But I had to pull Miss Pearly to the side. I'm like, yo, how did you do that shit? You get what I'm saying? Cause like every time then she's like, yo, what's crazy is every time it was time to feed my daughter, I read to my daughter. I read to her. Just to conform to the style like she likes to get her to do what I want. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, most parents, what you're saying is facts. I think they rely on the school. They rely on like the therapist. When it's like you have to put in that extra work too to like make that shit completely come through. If I bring my daughter right now, if I told her she was on the you hear my daughter all the time with me and you on the phone.
That's a fact.
You wouldn't even think she on the spectrum.
The crazy thing is, let me tell you what's crazy. My daughter she's nonverbal, right? So she goes from
she know everything.
Everything. So she goes from she was eating everything. Have her Bible, all this, that, and the third. She gets sick one time. Had a throat infection. She doesn't eat anything no more. Like, only thing she does is take a bottle now. Like, solid food, she doesn't eat no solid food. Today was her first day, like, eating a cracker. And apple juice. Like today's the first day. Like back to doing the same thing. Like she's in school. Her school is basically for that. Like it's a few kids in a class and it's the teachers basically for that. So they push it in front of me. They show the kids eating this down the third. Yeah. Put a cracker in front of her. My daughter's like on some. I don't know. She look at it, hand up. She took it today, did it, chewing it, and took some apple juice. So like the teacher sent it to me like, oh, Sky ate a cracker and she drank some apple juice. That's good. Started crying. Yeah. Immediately after.
So she's understanding what everybody else is doing. So that's a fact.
So the flea that most people see, they don't even know like that's the type of shit that breaks.
You tried some?
I'm mad about
I just cried.
I'm mad about you.
I don't even do that.
I ain't mad about you. I ain't gonna.
That shit was. I'm happy you said that. Cause there's certain shit I be seeing on the TV, I be calling it the why the fuck this shit making me cry.
Man, exactly. I feel like as you age, you get way more emotional. My pops, I used to be around my pops, and my pops be watching the movie, and he'd tell like, "Who's niggas? Bitch, you know, bitch ass nigga." Nigga. And then as I got older, I'm watching certain shit with my kids. There's certain movies I watch. I'm watching a basketball, some swagger. Some shit on Apple TV. The kid do good. I'm just happy for the nigga. Like, yeah, I'm gonna quick kid. Tell stuff come on. Like, God damn, what's going on? What the fuck is going on here? That's
trying to wipe the blind kid. I can't see Mufasa die anymore, bro.
Oh, they get way more emotional.
I cannot fuck with that shit.
I watched the movie with Kevin Hart. It's a movie with Kevin Hart, and he had his wife. His wife was pregnant. She had a C-section. She died after the C-section.
That was wrong.
I think it's called like single parent or parent or shit like that.
Yes, yeah.
But mind you, my lady just had a kid. C-section. So the whole time in the hospital, I'm sitting there while they operating in this, that, and third. I'm looking at her, and I see her shaking. In my head, I'm like, yo, bro, I would not know what to fucking do if anything ever happened. I'm in there tearing up. They looking at me. Oh, you okay? Bitch, you won't leave me alone. You don't leave me alone? Yeah. I'm walking out. They're like, oh, you all right? I'm like, yo, miss. No, I'm not all right. I'm not. My whole time I'm thinking about that fucking movie. Like, yo, if something happened to this lady here, I wouldn't know what the fucking do.